if you asked me what's the number one thing that creates success, it's just pure desire. That's the number one thing. And after that, other things fall in. But if you don't have desire, then you run away from challenges. In Africa, there are many challenges.
There are a lot of young people who are out there watching this currently now, who probably are amazed by what you have built and who probably want to build something like this in the future. What's your advice to them generally?
So first, patience.
Okay.
Right. So you have to be patient. Research your idea. Think about it. If you thought about it, someone has done it before. So look at what they've done. Right. So you don't have to make their mistakes. You can make your own mistakes. Right. The second is resilience. Don't give up. You're going to meet a lot of challenges. Just be creative and resolve to be resilient. Right. The third is passion. And you must have passion for what you do. Don't do something because you think it makes money. Do it because you like it, you enjoy it, and you want to change people's lives. Every single business, right, that's built on changing people's lives has been successful. So if you focus on something that changes people's lives and you're passionate about, you will do very well, right? And then lastly is success is a journey. It's not necessarily a destination. Tell yourself that you will do things the right way. You'll always do it the right way, no matter what the pressures are. Try to be honest. It's difficult. We're all human, and so I say this with a lot of caution. But I think honesty is something that you can't trade. So try to be honest all the time. Try to treat people the way you expect to be treated. And when you are successful, try to make sure that all the people around you are successful too. Because you know what they say, if you focus on making other people successful, you will be successful. And lastly, I have a saying on my wall in my office, and it says that if you want something you've never had, you've got to be prepared to do something you've never done. Yeah.
If you had an advice to give to upcoming young people who are watching this and who are probably inspired by your story, what would you say to them?
Start with self-discovery. Before you know about things, you should know about yourself. When you know about yourself, it will be easier for you now to choose what to do. I want to emphasize on the issue of grit or resilience. Things don't come like we plan. Actually, we had a similar idea with my friends when we were starting up. Like in 6 months, we'll be able to now start.
And how did that?
And it turned out to be 3 years. before we, so you see, but we had like 3 years of dry season.
Now rain is falling.
Yeah, patience. That's another advice I can give. And the other thing is that make sure that you have the right people as partners and as staff.
There are a lot of young black people out there who are looking for how to start businesses and how to build something, build a legacy and all of that. What would be your advice to them as somebody who has built a successful business?
One of the things that I think is quite important is the idea needs to be compelling, and I think it's not every day that everyone will believe in your idea, whether it's financing houses, and your idea might still not make it through.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean that you need to stop believing in your idea. Sometimes you need to be very consistent, especially if you believe that your idea is quite compelling. One of the things that I've realized is that business sometimes does not necessarily need as much capital as we think it does. People need to understand that not every business actually requires a massive capital. True. And I can make like plenty of examples. Yeah. If you had to start a car wash, all you need is a Hoover and probably like a spray or whatever. You should have $100 a piece. If you are able to wash about 15 cars a day, you make 1,500 rand. That puts you at a very, very comfortable 5,000 rand from a revenue perspective. True. Even if your costs are like 20,000 rand, 15,000 rand is still above the median salary in South Africa. You're still better off than someone, on average, an average person that actually has a job. So, True. And I'm not saying don't have a job, and I'm not saying people must start car washes. True. I'm just saying people just need to look at the idea they have. And what that helps you with is opportunities for scalability and because I can have one car wash giving me, even if it's giving me a net profit of 5,000 rand, but if I can actually manage to open 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 of those on a consistent basis over time, I'll actually be in a position where I actually have 100 car washes giving me 5,000 rand each, and that works out to 500,000 rand. And I think that's the notion of a business. Expansion and growth is quite key.
If you were to give an advice to somebody out there, maybe a lady or a guy, a young person, young entrepreneurs who are watching this, who want to start a business in Africa, what would you say to them?
Start it. Start it. Go ahead and have a long-term picture in your mind. It's not for the weak-hearted. It is not for the weak-hearted. You can't focus on your challenges. You can't focus on your shortcomings. You can only focus on the dream. So you keep the big picture in mind and you keep going. But you gotta start it. You have to start now.
What advice do you have for like a lot of Africans out there who want to build their own businesses, who are entrepreneurs? I also see myself as an entrepreneur who is also trying to build my business. What advice do you have for them?
You know, my advice is that have a dream, have a goal, and just work hard towards it. Don't let money be a barrier to you achieving your goal. I've never started any business having the funds for it. No, I don't start my business having funds for it. I start a business with the vision.
Okay.
With the vision in mind, the goal in mind, I get obsessed about the vision and the goal, and the money follows. It's about the vision, it's about the obsession with the vision. And when you are obsessed with the vision, the energy that you have prayerfully brings everything that you need to achieve those visions. I don't want people to see money as, oh, I don't have money, so I can't do this. I have never had money before I start anything. You know, you just start it. You move. Once you move, everything will work. You just work in your favor. So you have to be prayerful. You have to be tenacious. Tenacity. It's crazy. You have to. That's why I said you need to have the vision first. And the second thing is obsession with the vision. I get so obsessed with my vision that I don't sleep for days. That's all I think about. I think about it over and over and over. And once I hit it, the money comes. I take my goals and my vision into a different realm. And once I lock myself and I become one with my vision, everything else comes to it. So, and also you need to know that you need people. No man is an island. You need people to achieving your goal. You need people to be there to support you. You need to be able to put together a good team. You need to be able to respect your team and get them to respect you. You need to be able to motivate your team. You need to be able to inspire them to do the right thing. Giving up is not an option.
You believe Africa is the future?
It is good to say, and it's good to hear, that Africa is the future. But are we ready for the work?
Yeah.
If Africa is the future, it won't happen by magic. Where is the energy of the youth? Where is the channel? You know, there's a lot of social media distractions. They would rather mob somebody on Twitter or bully somebody on Twitter and then just be on social media from morning till night. That is not bringing money. Please don't come for me. Don't come for me. If Africa is going to be the future, it starts by education. Do we have the right education that supports the African dream? Not that, okay, we are still learning outdated knowledge in 21st century. And it's happening across different institutions. Look at what you are doing now. They won't teach it in school. And this is good. You are making something good for yourself. You are doing amazing stuff. But they won't teach it in school. So it's all about us just understanding our priorities and getting it right.
So the final question for you today is, what is your advice to a lot of people out there who want to build something like this? A lot of young people out there, like people out there who are watching this, what's your advice to them, Africans out there?
Sincerely, what I tell people all the time is, start small. No matter how small you think it is, start something and be consistent in it. Find a mentor that understands this game very well. I learned from the best in the industry. You must take time to learn from the best or learn from somebody that has been in the game for a long time. Don't just dabble your money into something and say, and also what I try to tell people, don't go into a business you don't understand. Before you go into that business, try as much as possible to learn under somebody for a year or two. No matter how big you think you are, you have to bring yourself very low to learn under somebody that has been in that business.
What's your advice to a lot of young people out there, young Africans who are thinking of starting something or starting a business, and probably, you know, a lot of people will be like, okay, maybe I don't have enough money, I don't have enough funds, I don't see any opportunity in Africa, I need to leave. What's your advice to them as somebody who is building a business in Africa?
I would say that there are opportunities everywhere, you just need to find them. And if you cannot find them, do research. You know, it doesn't take anything. And even if you do your research and you've seen what you want to do and you don't have, you know, the capital to start somewhere. You know, start somewhere. And one thing, like for me, don't be afraid. Honestly, don't be afraid.
There are a lot of young entrepreneurs or upcoming entrepreneurs out there who probably when they see this video, they're like, oh, like they feel inspired by somebody who is able to build a successful business in Africa. So what's your advice to them generally for a lot of people who want to build something like what you built?
Keep at it.
Keep at it.
Keep at it.
Okay.
You know, as in, I tell people, keep at it. Keep at it. It's regardless of the challenges, because there will always be challenges, but you have to keep at it. Especially, I mean, like those of us that didn't come from a wealthy background, you know, so there was no inheritance money for you to use to start a business.
True. It's good you mentioned that.
Yeah, there's no inheritance money for you to use to start a business, so keep at it. You know, getting more knowledge, acquire more knowledge, you know, for whatever business you want to do, you need to know. You know, to be more, you need to know more. So you need to keep learning. When you make mistakes, you know, I mean, like when you fall, you dust up, you keep moving. So keep at it. That's what I have to say.
What's your advice to a lot of young people out there who want to build a successful company like this? What's your main advice to them?
Well, my advice to them is that they need to be focused, they need to be determined that they're going to succeed. The basic principles that govern businesses. Abide by those principles. Be honest about what you're doing. Be hardworking. The sky is the limit, Anybody that wants to do something here, there are opportunities here. But it's just that don't be in a hurry to make money. Once money is your priority in any business you want to do, it's not really going to last. You'll find out it's not going to last, So for the young ones, they need to just be determined that they're going to do it, they're going to do well, and they're going to, pace themselves and don't get discouraged. I think we have a younger generation now that is ready to explode. That's what we have now. That's what I see. We have a younger generation that is smarter than us. I can see people like you and all that. They're thinking, they have great ideas, but it's for the government now to make sure that they can put this together and give them a platform.